I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the wrist I was never at the end.
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Butler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Rosen, he's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 52 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Hey, exit. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Monday. You don't know no better.
On 1st down, it's Butler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. 80. March forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Broncos' 35-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Try to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check three. Hey, quarter. Hey, check 24. Hug.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowman. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Watch the run. That's a big shot. Check. Fresno.
They'll run on first down. Butler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Rosen. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
First down, Bengals.
On first down, it's Butler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 4-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
42 jet bombers. 42 jet bombers. Check 4. Check 4. Man, run that. Run that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Lock now on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Samson Abukum in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Silver.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Left. Hey, quarter. Let's get in there. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. You. Check.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Butler. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Check 37. Check 37. Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Shoot!
Right back to him on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Throw left side complete. It's Bowman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This will be caught at about the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes moves and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. 8-3. Check. 59. 6-3. 2-18.
On third down, Rose. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Watch the screen. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Weeks. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Greystone, travel.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Monday. 54's Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Hug. Mike 5-4. Get that quarterback. And all talk. 80.
To throw is Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. No.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 11-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 31, check 31.
They'll try the left side. It's Bass. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Monday. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Now it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Bradley Chubb in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on 1st down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rose. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Locke nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw it is Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
On first down, Butler. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get the ball. Middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Monday. Like 22 is coming. 22's coming. Monday. Defense focus. Watch safety quick.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bass. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Screen, what's the screen? 80. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. 6 man. Check curls. Move. Check Mike 40. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Bass. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now a carry here for the fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
You're not ready.
On 3rd down, it's Butler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And this one is right through. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Protein spill. Ready?
On third down, Rose. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Rose. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Weeks. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. They'll keep it on the ground. Weeks. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up. 1 yard and brings up third down.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun on third down, Locke. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21.
First down.
Got it.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
56. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. And now it's Rosen looking. That's complete to John Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pass. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Alert, alert, alert. Like 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Take it. Mike 22. Hug. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
It's our time. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the backer. Hey, seam 6. Ready?
Clock now on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Go. Deep rip.
Block will try again on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Throwing now is Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From a yard out. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Ready.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
Again, it's Locke. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check. Watch 54. Here I come.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 43-yard line.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs